Do you know, there's one thing that this World Cup has shown us that I think that we all know that FIFA is corrupt, but the scenes at the end of the Austrian-Algeria game, I thought Algeria would have won, but Algeria scoring a goal in the last minute, the Austrians go absolutely mental, and then they somehow find 3 extra minutes, and then the rest they say is history. But less about that and the corruption that seems to be in FIFA. There's one that the Algerian captain says, I had to score against Austria. I know it's awkward. These translations, these were fixed. These games were fixed. Iran goes out. FIFA has orchestrated these matches to reach this result. This World Cup in 2026 is rigged. That's a big statement from anyone. And a big statement from anyone, you could say now, let's listen to one of the Scotland fans who has been at the World Cup.
Let's just get your reaction to the World Cup exit first. It was always going to be a challenge with Brazil and Morocco. How do you react going out in the group phase, a thing that we'd hoped wasn't going to happen?
I mean, see, to be honest, Hayley, like, it was bad, but I'm glad it went the way it did, because even if we beat Haiti 4-0, we still wouldn't have gone through based on those results. So can you imagine waiting? Because when was it? So Saturday morning, Friday night I went to bed, we'd like a 17% chance of going through. Yeah. You woke up on Saturday morning, it was 0.42%, and then it went down to 0.07%. You still had, like, in your head, you're like, there's a chance. But when you look at, like, I watched that game last night of South Africa, Canada, and you're like, God, we should have done something in this World Cup. Like, it's so frustrating with this generation of players you have when you've got your McGinns, your McTominays, your Robertsons, that we didn't really lay a glove on Morocco or Brazil at all. I was in Miami for the Brazil game, and it was gutting, like absolutely gutting. Like a lot of times supporting Scotland, the worst part about the trip was the 90 minutes Scotland played.
Well, there you go. The 19 minutes Scotland played being the worst thing about this World Cup. Is it the worst thing about the World Cup, or is it the fact that the SFA are just making stuff up? Stevie Clark left the building yesterday. He was asked to give us a wave, Stevie. Stevie, give us a wave. One of the most, it's like, journalists just haven't changed over the years, haven't they? I mean, I don't know what to make of this, honestly. Can you give us a wave? Bye-bye Scotland. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye Scotland. But the SFA have come out and made one of the most, I think, ridiculous comments ever. And I'm going to let you listen to this, because according to the SFA...
I think everybody's overriding reaction at the moment is one of sadness. You know, we're sad that the World Cup journey's over. We're sad that we weren't able to achieve what we wanted to do, and obviously we're sad that our most successful head coach has decided to step down. It's very raw still at this point, but I think once the kind of dust settles and we take a step back, I think we need to be proud of the journey that got us here, to be the first Scotland team to win a qualifying group, for 28 years to qualify for the first Men's World Cup in a long time. I think we need to be incredibly proud of our supporters. They've travelled in tens of thousands. They have lit up America. Everybody you speak to cannot speak highly enough of the Tartan Army. They've backed the team with everything that they've got, as they usually do, and we need to thank them for that. And they've been a massive part of the journey, and I'm sure a lot of them have made memories that will last them a lifetime. So, listen, it's obviously still very raw for a variety of different reasons.
Did this come as a surprise to you, especially given he had signed that 4-year deal just 31 days ago, or did he speak to you after the Brazil game?
Listen, we speak a lot. We spoke after the Brazil game. Everybody was obviously very down. That was the lowest anybody's felt from a Scotland perspective for a long time. I spoke to him yesterday, and he'd made his mind up that he wanted to step down. And listen, that's ultimately his decision. I can understand why. I think, you know, obviously we've not performed as well as we wanted to. I think there's been some fairly hysterical commentary back home, which hasn't helped. But listen, ultimately it's up to Steve.
again, given it had signed a 4-year deal, does that throw succession planning into more difficulty for you, given there was a lot made between the Denmark game and signing the new deal about his contractual situation?
Yeah, we wanted to come into the
Unbelievable.
competition in as stable a footing as possible, and extending his contract did that. It eliminated any talk about what was going to happen afterwards. Obviously we find ourselves in a position that nobody wanted to be in. We wanted to perform well, we wanted to do what no Scotland team's ever done before in a group stage. We weren't able to achieve that, and as you said, the succession planning starts now.
Did you try to talk to Stevie Clark and maybe try to persuade him to have a rethink about stepping away?
He made his decision. His mind was made up, James. So yeah.
And can you give us maybe a bit more clarity on the reasoning behind it? Did you have a kind of conversation with him about that?
He just wanted to step down. It was his decision.
What's next, Ian, in terms of a new manager, new head coach?
The process for that starts now. I mean, football's a very, very small world. I've wakened up this morning to a few messages from people that are interested in the job. I think we're a
No, yeah, of name, mate. Nobody's phoning you up and saying, all right, mate, I'll take the Scotland job on. It's not happening, is it? I think that's one of the most ridiculous comments that anybody that is. I mean, the SFA are just a shambles, aren't they? I mean, I've woke up this morning. I'm going to listen to this again just to make sure that we heard it right.
this morning to a few messages from people that are interested in the job. I think we're a really attractive job for the right head coach, for the right manager. You know, we've got a Euro that we're hosting in 2028 to look forward to. There's been a lot of success over the last few years, and we need to make sure that we appoint someone that can improve on that and continue to drive us forward.
You've got a time frame for that?
As soon as we can, but it'll be to get the right person. It's really, really difficult to put dates on it. We've obviously got games coming up in September. There's a 4-game window at the end of that month. But yeah, it'll be as soon as we can, but as long as we get the right coach.
And as long as we get the right coach. But according to you, mate, there's people phoning you already, texting. Don't know, gives a job. How ridiculous. Can Scotland get a new manager before these 4 games in the September, beginning of October? There is a change to the international scene this year, which means that there's a 2-week break in domestic football to then watch international football. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, that is your Scottish football update this morning. When it comes to the Scotland management situation, Stevie Clark has left the building and said bye-bye Scotland. And who do you want as the next Scotland manager? A lot of people are saying Ange Postecoglou. Should we go for a Scottish manager? When you look at the amount of managers that are in the last 32 of the World Cup that are not from the nations that they are representing, does it say that we should go down the route of a foreign manager like we did once before with Bertie Vogts? An interesting fact before you go this morning, Bertie Vogts won his first game in Scotland in October, because it was my birthday week, and the international football used to fall in my birthday week, but it's now changed and it's now the end of September. But this is a useful piece of information for you that you don't really require or need to process at this time of day. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next video.